We got another big video for you guys today. New Fortnite update has been announced for tomorrow morning, 4 a.m. Eastern. Technically tonight, if you're staying awake or wherever your time zone is at. We'll get to what's coming, but I want to start always with the free stuff. Fortnite's birthday event is live as of yesterday, and there's some free rewards. Like I said, I'm showing them to you now. There's the birthday bus, of course, presents that you can find. This is the 8th Battle Royale birthday. So if you've been playing Fortnite for a while, you know how it goes. Get your account levels, really just play the game, and you will get all of the free stuff. So tonight's update is confirmed, like I said, and it's possibly going to have some leaks, some files. There is going to be downtime, but it's kind of a mini downtime update. The main thing they're adding here that we know about is Daft Punk. So I'm showing you all the skins. There's also a teaser trailer that was posted by The Weeknd in the background for you. And then we'll talk about the actual experience. It's not a concert. It's almost a playground or some type of game mode. But yeah, I'm showing you all the skins, the styles. The band is not getting back together. I saw a lot of fans asking and talking about that, so I thought I would mention it. And some of the other stuff we might see, possibly new skins in the files tonight, and then maybe some stuff related to Fortnitemares. That's kind of our next big thing on the horizon. So there you go. There's all the stuff. And then I should mention the jam tracks we should expect. Daft Punk featuring Julian Casablancas, Instant Crush. Then we've got Get Lucky featuring Pharrell Williams. We got I Feel It Coming from The Weeknd and Starboy from The Weeknd. Again, all things there are related to Daft Punk in some way. So thanks to everybody using code TheCampingRusher. Appreciate all the love as always. Now, let's talk about this. So it's not a concert. We thought coming into this with the teasers and everything, we were getting a concert. That's not what's going on here. It's a fully interactive playground, and the experience begins this weekend, September 27th at 2 p.m. Eastern. And we know what the experience is kind of going to look like. There's a bunch of different rooms that will have activities related to the band. Here are all the details. Room 1, inspired by Daft Punk's Alive 2007 tour, a visual presentation that's very faithful to the large stage they performed on. Room 2 is a disco room where we will be able to come and dance and express ourselves while listening to the music. Okay. Room 3, the Dream Chamber Studios, will allow players to take musical loops from certain Daft Punk songs and create their own remixes. Room 4, a robot rock arena where players will be able to shoot robots with soundwave lasers. And then room 5 is a special Daft Punk Lego collab centered around the music video for Around the World. Players will transform into Lego figures and create their own version of the video. So that's what's going on. Kind of gives you an idea of how it's going to look. I'll keep you updated as we learn more. Now, talking about the Delulu mode that happened this weekend. That was, of course, the proximity chat mode. And as expected, a ton of people have already been banned because of, terrible things being said in voice chat. This was going to happen. Fortnite, of course, was ready. They had a team monitoring reports, and they did make an announcement. Thousands have been banned already this weekend. Remember to report voice chat behavior in game. So just think about it. If you are trying to be a little toxic and you think they won't detect it because it's not text chat, voice chat, they're still going to get you. And I'm glad they're cracking down. This is kind of how it had to be. It was expected. Unfortunately, that's just how some people are, right? But they're getting the ban hammer. It's happening. So just make sure to report if you've seen this already. Let's talk a little bit about Fortnitemares, because with Halloween coming up, that's our next big event. The bosses and the NPCs have been leaked. Here's what their code names are: Axis Throw, Nat Gala, Slug Ripple, and Vent Quip. I'll also mention that, remember, we're getting a new Horde Rush mode that's unlimited, so you'll be able to rack up who knows how many points. The battle won't end with a boss. We don't know too much else about it. I don't know if we're getting the normal boss mode as well, but I'm a huge fan of Horde Rush. I'm excited to see what this endless version of it will be like. I hope it's fun. I'm sure it will be. Another thing that could be related, but it's coming regardless, is a play as villain feature / mode. They're working on a new mechanic called play as a villain, and from what we know so far, the Ice King boss will be used in here. So who knows, maybe some type of, I'm relating it almost to the Marvel superhero mode, except It's not Marvel, and it's going to be based on a bunch of different villain bosses and characters we've had throughout Fortnite's history. I'm looking forward to it. And just so you know, as always with Fortnitemares, there's always the big rumor. Five Nights at Freddy's, FNAF, is it happening? We've had it confirmed. It's not happening this Fortnitemares. At this point, I don't know if it ever will. It's one of the most hyped up collabs, I think, and it would work for Fortnitemares. I'm not sure why it's never happened. Who knows the reasoning, but it's been confirmed. Not this time. Other news about future collabs. Sonic's Live and Learn is not getting added to Fortnite anytime soon. According to Crush 40's Johnny Gioeli, Fortnite was in talks with him and Sega 2 weeks ago to add Live and Learn, but the song is still in a rights battle between him and Sega. So, as usual with this type of stuff, both parties might actually want it to happen, but there's legality and who owns what attached to these deals, and for now it's delayed indefinitely. Mr. Savage, he's got 2 icon skins coming to the game. Him and Siren Remix are the 2 versions. One of the biggest and best competitive guys from the OG days. Likeable guy, I used to watch him a ton, so I'm glad to see he's getting an icon skin. 2 of them actually. And then Doja Cat times Fortnite, we got some info on her. There's going to be a skin, instruments, car cosmetics, and it should release with the next downtime update, which by the way is October 2nd/3rd, so just another week from now here. Other news that's exciting, Reload players. We may be getting a new Reload map on October 8th. It's because the next Reload rank reset is scheduled for October 8th. The last map we got was released in June, so Lulo, trusted leaker, he expects one with this reset just because of the pattern so far with reload maps and everything. Keeps the game mode fresh. Snoop Dogg will apparently have another Fortnite collab in the near future, just so you know. No other timing or news on that so far. And I did want to talk about this. It was from a while ago, not too long, 2 weeks or so, but it was a survey, and these ones are always important surveys, and it's to do with Fortnite Crew, right? The subscription model service that Fortnite has. If you are an avid player of Fortnite, I always say if you're spending $10 to $15 on V-Bucks or whatever it may be anyways every single month, then the Crew package, the Crew subscription is the best bang for your buck by far, and they're always looking for ways to improve. So here's what they asked for other benefits that we would like to see in Fortnite Crew. Some of the things: Battle Pass levels every month, instantly unlock an entire Battle Pass page, more V-Bucks each month, and discounted multi-month purchase options. There's more in there as well that you can read, but one of the main ones that's different than we've seen with any of the previous surveys that Fortnite is, of course, thinking about adding if they're putting it in these surveys, is ways to claim previously unclaimed Battle Pass cosmetics to the Crew subscription benefits. I think this is a huge one, right? The idea here is it's still exclusive, right? The old Battle Passes, we know now that once a year and a half has passed, when a new Battle Pass drops, it's no longer exclusive. They can sell the stuff in the item shop, but old Battle Pass cosmetics are still exclusive. And from what I understand from the wording of this, it would be a Battle Pass you purchased, so you did own it, but you didn't have enough time, you didn't get enough levels to unlock everything in the pass. So this way it toes the line, right? You did pay the money for this cosmetic. It still keeps it exclusive, which was part of the wording with the old Battle Passes. That's why they can't really go back and sell all these things now that people, of course, want these rare items. But in this case, you purchased it, right? So you kind of have a right to get it. You agreed to the terms. You just didn't play enough when you owned the Battle Pass. So I think this would be a huge benefit that would increase the subscription value and not anger too many people. I think it would just make a lot of people happy. Let me know your thoughts. Would this be a decision maker for you on Crew if they added this benefit down the line? And again, with the surveys, there's a better chance they're going to add this stuff. They're obviously thinking about it. It just comes down to how the players respond in the surveys. That's all I got, you guys. Thanks for watching. Touch the like button, code TheCampingRusher. Take care. Talk soon. Goodbye.